Okay, thank you. So, hello everyone. My name is Mohammed Kafil Khan, and thank you so much, Sharvi, for this very beautiful interaction. I have been interacting with Sharvi regarding some events, and met her for an event, and she has been trying to help us with many events. So I haven't slept from last 2 days because we were doing a crazy hackathon. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll be able to deliver something crazy and good for you. So super duper excited for this one. So dosto, let's keep it interactive. If you can just push some emojis or talk to me to chats, it will be very good. So I am here to I'm a pure community person. Professionally, I work as a lead DevOps engineer at MakeMyTrip Guaibo. So if you need any offer, coupons, do not connect with me. Joke aside, just ping me, and I will try to help you with things. And apart from profession, I'm a total community guy. I lead GDG Cloud New Delhi and GDG New Delhi. We are one of world's unofficially biggest communities. We have around more than 50,000 members. And I lead both the community. We do tech events and everything. I work in the DevOps field. If you be fine, we'll be talking about things around DevOps. I'll be guiding you how you can do CI/CD around any system. I can talk about AI. I can talk about the simple CI/CD if you feel fine. And this is what I will talk about. And of course, I will talk about what is DevOps, how you can leverage DevOps as a career if you want to start with it. So yeah, this is good to go. Thank you so much, Arpan. We have met, and we have met from last 8 years. So yeah, I know. Thank you so much, everyone. So let me share a screen. Let me know once it is visible to everyone. Okay. So I can talk about simple release engineering as well, but if you feel comfortable, if you are fine, I can talk about the Gen CI/CD automation into the world of GenAI. My company, MakeMyTrip, we have been implementing Gen CI/CD automation. I have been leading that part. I have designed release engineering long time, since long. I have designed release engineering for around 3,000 repos for MakeMyTrip Guaibo. Along with, before that, I was working with Samsung, so I've designed their production environment as well. Since in the era of GenAI, we are very heavily working on GenAI. So yeah, as you know, model training is one of the most difficult part to do because it takes a lot of time. It consumes a lot of GPU machines. So how you can automate it? That it launches a machine when you need a model training. It trains the model, and when you are done, it's gone. It is I will teach you, if I give you example, I will teach you how to cook a beautiful biryani. Okay, तो कैसे बनाना है? ठीक है, we are going to talk something about making a biryani. Okay, that you start making biryani, you put spices, you put everything, and once you get a biryani, you just eat it and it's closed. Next time when you need a biryani, again you are going to do the same. You will again going to take the pot, make everything, and then when everything is done, it's done. Okay, so we are going to something to make a biryani. We're going to make a biryani today, and to make a biryani, we have some requirement before that needs to be done. Those are these are the core components to create a model training. Okay, so any Gen AI tool, it is mostly, I will talk about SLM. It is a small language models. It is not something LLM models I'm talking about. It is SLM that we are creating in MakeMyTrip. I will mostly talking about that. You need a repository setup where your training code is there. The code which will have a code which will train the model. Okay, which will have the base model and which will train the model. Then that main file, then the important is the CI/CD integration. That is continuous integration and continuous training. Okay, whenever you put something, whenever you push a code or whenever you push data, training data anywhere, your CI/CD will trigger. like continuous integration, that yeah, this is done, and then the training कि ठीक है भाई सब कुछ मिल गया, now my model will train again with the new data. Now we have done the some code changes, now my model will train. So this is the main component that we have to train, because we use multiple base model. You know, we have like Olama based model, we have Claude based model, we have like many other base model that we use, we have Grok, we have everything. So we teach our model, we don't know which model will be best, we don't know. Okay, nobody knows like which model is going to serve best in this scenario. So we take multiple models of different and then we train multiple models on same data and see what kind of data we evaluate those models to get the output, that okay, these are the models and on which we are going to evaluate it, and then we'll get the output. So to serve that, we use a makefile approach. We using makefile. So this whole architecture will be open source. We don't use any paid tool because like our company believes ki jitna bhi like we can do learning, we can do more and more learning, we can explore more open source tool, we can create something of our own is best. So yeah, we go on a makefile approach, and in makefile approach, it's designed in a way that you can use multiple models in same thing and it will train the model. Okay, same you can change the base model and it will start training. Multiple jobs will trigger on the Jenkins. Yeah, I will talk about more on the designing. Yeah, now the most important part, the models, the base model that you are training and the data that you have. So the base model are the most important, okay, because these are the models that you have to pull again and again and again, and you want to have it always somewhere stored that ठीक है ये base model है, मैंने एक बार pull कर लिया और ये अब मेरे पास पड़ा है. So for that we in MakeMyTrip use Azure AI Model Registry to keep the base model. We pull it, we keep it there, and then we pull it on our system, and then we train. For dataset, right now we are using AWS 3 law-wise. Law-based line of business like bus के लिए अलग, flights के लिए अलग, trip money के लिए अलग. You must be knowing, if you have ever explored MakeMyTrip, you must be knowing कैसे होता है, ठीक है? But you can use anything for data. It totally depends what kind of data you have. S3 is cheaper, easy. We have automated कि ठीक है, आपका नया डेटा है, कुछ भी है, नया वर्जन बना, S3 पे गया, and you can do it. So these are the core component, and this is the architecture that we have designed for CI/CD training. Okay, so I hope you guys are getting it. Can you give me a thumbs up or emoji so that I can see that you all are active and मैं आपको बहुत ज़्यादा बोर नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Okay, thank you so much Anmol. Thank you so much Anmol bhai. Thank you so much Nikhil. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so this is going good. आपको basics समझ में आ रहा है. I will go very basic. If you feel like you have any question or anything, you can pause me anytime. ठीक है, I will go in a way कि आप यहाँ से कुछ लेके जाओ. We can, if you want me to ask anything, if not here, if you are shy, we'll connect on LinkedIn or somewhere, and I would love to answer, would love to help you in anything. ठीक है, there's something I'm going very basic. I'm not going to tell you कि designing like this, GenAI, very basic कि ठीक है, you can do it. Not going to into the term कि ऊपर से चला जाएगा, very basic. Okay, ठीक है. After the base components, कि you have decided कि ठीक है, ये मेरा डिजाइन है, ये मेरे कंपनी के मॉडल्स है जो हम कर रहे हैं. These are my designs. Sorry. So yeah, how you are going to implement it? You have designed कि ठीक है, ये चीजें हैं, ये approach है. How you are going to implement it? So to implement it, we have to decide the tools, that which tools you are going to use. So we in MakeMyTrip, we have decided that for code push, for code and everything, we use GitHub repository. सारा कुछ हम will keep on GitHub. For CI/CD trigger, we use Jenkins, but you can use anything. For Jenkins, for us is like crazy. Like we use Jenkins for all our workload for MakeMyTrip, Go IGO. We have a company named Trick Money, if you know, and we are onboarding a new company named Book My Forex, if you have heard about. So we use Jenkins for our CI/CD, of course, because it is open source, easy and widely used. Now, for model training, you know how expensive GPU machines are. If you ever heard about, like, if you see the costing of the GPU machine, it's very expensive. It's very expensive. So we don't, when we train the model, we don't have static machines कि वहाँ हमेशा रखी हुई है and we are going to train the model. No. Whenever a job that trigger on Jenkins, it is like some shop. Again, I will give you example of biryani, because हम सब we or a lover of biryani or something. If you are a vegetarian, it can be a paneer pulao, not a biryani. कि we are not making biryani before. We are making biryani when the request will come. It is like that कि हम पहले से बना के नहीं रखेंगे. When the request will come, then we start the model training. Similarly, when some changes is there on the code or some changes is there on the data storage part, then we start the model training part. Okay, so this model training part when it start, then we create a VM and we do the training. Yes, Anmol. Yeah, Anmol, do you want to ask anything? Okay, I think it was raised by mistake. So yeah, I'm moving. Yeah, when the request will come that hey, I want to train a model, then my Jenkins will go. It will launch a GPU VM, which is very expensive. Again, getting a ROI in GenAI is little tough. So that's why we want to save cost and everything. Every company wants to save cost and everything. So we launch a machine. We then start the model training. Once the model training is done, we push the model to Azure AI Registry. Okay, it is not like you have to keep pushing the model on the Azure AI Registry. You can keep the model on S3. You can keep the model on any platform that you want to use, whatever is easy for you. This is the basic architecture and implementation workflow that you can design. कि आपको model मिला, model को आपने train किया, खतरनाक. That yeah, ठीक है, I will train this model, and when the model is ready, you push the model that ठीक है, I will keep the model here. And आपने क्या किया? You terminated the machine. So you are saving cost along with everything is automated. Rest before what a developer used to do before this automation कि ठीक है क्या किया machine पे गया. एक तो GPU machine, it was static. It was not getting used for 24 hours. Still you were paying for 24 hours. So there is a lot of money getting wasted. With automation we are able to solve it. And again, with automation we are able to do things faster, because earlier developer used to get the data or write the code, and he has to manually train everything. Yeah, I have run the model. If anything occurs, any issue occurs, he have to again manually do the things. Okay, या उसको जागना पड़ता है. Now everything is automated with design. This is the implementation and workflow, and these are the tools that you can explore. If you want, you can just take a screenshot or you click a picture. These are the tools that you should explore. We have used AWS because we in MakeMyTrip use AWS very heavily. We use GitHub, we use Jenkins, we use Docker. You can use Azure AI. We use Azure for GPU machines because we wanted GPU machines in Mumbai region, and AWS was not having the GPU machines in Mumbai region. That's why we went with Azure. So yeah, these are the things that you can explore. Now I'm moving forward. Anyone have any question? I'm seeing the chat box as well. So if you have any questions, so would love to answer. ठीक है? Yeah, Anmol.
ये बेसिकली क्या कहते हैं CI/CD जो है ये ओपन सोर्स के ये सब सारे जो आप बता रहे हो.
Yep. Not for the machine, because you have to pay for the machine. Okay, now I'm moving forward. We can keep continuing discussion this again. ठीक है कि आपने workflow design कर लिया. Now what is the benefit that I was talking about कि इतनी मेहनत तो करी, because this will take time, automation creation and everything will take time. Machine automatic create करना, you have to design everything. It is going to take. What are the benefit? Again, what I was telling you, it will reduce the manual effort. Earlier, the developer was wasting a lot of time on training the model manually. He was going on GPU machines and do the same thing. He was not doing anything. The only change was on the base image कि base image Grok से मैंने ओलामा कर दिया, या मैंने ओलामा से it was ChatGPT, या मैंने Claude से I did some other the base image change. Other than that, it was mostly on the data changes that now I will. So how we are training model? We're training model on mostly the flights data. That these are the flights you can suggest कि at what time the flights will be cheaper. These are the data I have, because we at a MakeMyTrip we have that data. We have this data. So we were changing data according to the month. We're changing data according to the year, but the base model was same, and I was keep doing the same thing again and again. So with this, it reduced the manual effort, and the iteration cycle was very fast. You can cheat 5 times data again and again and again. 5 models are triggered, and 5 models parallelly are getting trained. And a final output is you get all 5 in one go. In some model takes 7 hours, some model take 24 hours, some model take 30 minutes. So depending on or how much data you have. We get iteration very fast and we get the output very fast. So with this, we were able to achieve it. So yeah, moving forward, how do you like maintain the version? Like suppose कि आप model का नाम, how are you maintaining the version numbers of the model? क्योंकि same model name is like you are using the same repo. अगर आप same model name use करोगे तो it will be have a lot of trouble for you. And the data, like how you are going to clear understanding that this data is new, this data is like old, this data is fine, this data is not fine. This, so we build the automation around that. So we use a solution called Azure AI Model Registry. It does like versioning by its own, and we are uploading model there. It is all model which are like we were building the open source model we were using from Hugging Face. We were using free tool, but we were downloading the Hugging Face model. First, we were keeping on Azure AI Registry, and from there we were getting on the machine. So we get in a way a simple package. अगर आप I know you must all are developer or you are working on a development field, you are a student, you must be working on development. You know कि हम कोई पैकेज रखते हैं तो we don't keep it कि npm repository से लेके आएंगे. In a company we get it on Nexus, we use Nexus artifact 3, we keep it on Nexus, and from Nexus we get it in the local system. Same way, we don't keep the model on the Hugging Face because tomorrow if it is removed from Hugging Face, we are in trouble. So we keep it on, we get it on Azure AI Model Registry, and from there we get it on the local system, then we train the model. Same way for SI bucket, S3 bucket for segregation of the data that we are uploading again and again, and CLI users to just get all the data. Yes, Amir.
So actually, like you said, that you guys are pulling the model from Hugging Face and putting it on Azure AI directory, right? Registry, sorry.
Yeah.
So in that case, how do you actually like keep it up to date with the Hugging Face model if they're in future trying to update the model somehow?
Okay, so the Hugging model, that the base model that we use, Amit, we developers keep the version and the latest model in their code base. So depending on the version that you have given in the code base, every time it is going to check that if we are on this version or not. If we are not having that version on Azure AI Registry, it is again going to Hugging Face and pull that model to AI Registry, then again going back to the system. So this is how we check. So yeah, thank you, Amar, for asking. Great question. Yeah. Now this is how, if you see the job, this is how we build a training model for our two law. One is the Trip Money. This is the insurance company. If you see go on Trip Money, you will see a lot of insurance and the packages you will see. So we build a very small model for Trip Money. This is the starting that we have done. For flights, you can see that we have a very heavy model, and now it takes around 36 hours. It is very early screenshot, and now it takes around 36 hours to train a single model because it is very heavy data. So what we do, in pre-build, we get the machine that hey, this machine is ready. Then we check out the code from GitHub that hey, I got the code. Then we retrieve the base model. What Amir was talking about, we get the base model. If it is there, exists on Azure AI Registry. If it is not there, we go from Hugging Face, we retrieve the model, pull it, and we get it to pull it from Azure AI Registry. Then from there, we are going to training the model. Then the game begins. The model training has begun. It keeps the data, keeping, and then once your model is trained, we'll upload the model to Azure AI Registry for versioning, and so that LOB can use it, and we'll list the model that these are the models that exist and these are the versions that we have. And in the Jenkins log, we show everything, and we send on the mail as well. Hey, devs, these are the models that we have, and you can use the same. So that's how we do the model training. Now moving forward, again, this is not that simple how it looks like or how do I sound. We have many challenges that we have, because if you talk about Gen CI/CD, it is not something that is like many people in the industry has done. If you talk about open source or designing by its own, there are like many paid things that the folks use, and getting the ROI with the open source is the toughest part. ठीक है कि आपको ज़्यादा पैसा नहीं खर्चा करना, खुद का डिज़ाइन कर रहा है, and we have to get the ROI. That is the toughest thing. So, and there are many challenges. It is not like we did something very extra crazy. It is something we are also learning and we are also growing. Okay, so the first challenge is data sourcing and doing the standardization, because they are fetching data like from multiple resources. I told you that S3 is one of the way, but they fetch data from Redash, some fetch data from MongoDB as well. Like multiple resources they are fetching data. For a single model, they are like fetching data from multiple DB, from like Redash, from some other platforms, some APIs, and it is very difficult to like maintain the consistency and quality at the same time because of the like there's no single data resource for a model. Because like if I talk about some other models, because some other team of flights market, they use like 17 sources for get fetching data, so it's very difficult for us to fetch it from everywhere, keep it somewhere. So yeah, we are working on that part. And there is like no diverse training approaches for other teams. So there is not a single approach that every team follows. Some use this approach, some use that approach. For me this one is easy, for me that one is easy. So getting someone like on a track is very tough part. Getting some like team like Trip Money Flights on the same thing, it use the same way, because I'm not going to create multiple pipelines for everyone. So that is again a very tricky part to maintain, handling LLM and versus LLM. Like so like you don't know like so having a system which trains a SLM model, having a machine which trains a LLM model is very different. The cost between those are very different. So handling that is again a very tricky part. You have to like manage in a way ki, yeah, this job needs SLM, this machine needs LLM, and yeah, handling that is like fine tuning is very difficult to maintain, very tricky to understand that how to use it, when they're going to use some base model for LLM. So this is again a very challenging for us. Okay, base model currently we are using AI Model Registry, but we still feel that we have to get something which is much better, something like Hugging Face, but we don't want to get used paid version of that. So we are like having a system something like Nexus, something like JFrog for storing our base model is something very good. And like it is we still lack on a centralized system for versioning and storing the base model. It is very challenging on that part. And again, the one thing that I have been talking again and again कि पैसा मतलब बिरयानी तो बहुत शानदार बन गई but बहुत महंगी है. That is the tricky part, because each and every GPU machines costs us lot of money, and getting the ROI on that is very difficult for any company to talk about, for anyone. Working on that is like something different, but getting a ROI is very difficult, and machines are hell costly. Okay, so initially we were training model in a way that we were having a static machine. We were used to give to devs, and they were like keep telling it it was open 24 घंटे, it used to keep running. But now we're trying to save the cost, but still there are many teams who are not ready. We need machines. So maintaining the cost in GenAI world is very difficult. In the GenAI era is very difficult, because like they need machines and it is very costly. It is not like a simple EC2 M5 a large machine. It is like something you are getting in lakhs in few days, something like around that. Yeah. So again, the data deployment, because I told you multiple data resources devs have. So automating those data deployment is very difficult. You can't plan it, because you don't know like which things are there, how to automate it, and this is like data deployment is very tough because of the multiple data sourcing. So yeah, this is one part. And if we on future enhancement, we are trying to have performance monitoring, like what is the performance of the model that we have tracked, that we have deployed. So we are trying to develop that, so that if someone has changed a 5-base model and with same data, what is the performance of those models, they can see it using a Jenkins or using some other tool that we're trying to develop. Then that is one thing. And one thing that we're going to trying to expand is automated testing, that the model validation, okay, and bias detection, that is it biased to something. Okay, today in like with any system, the biasness is like too much. For it can be for anything, it can be for any tool. Like if you talk about Grodd, you can say something about ChatGPT. So yeah, we can expand our automation testing into that, validate the model and its biasness. Is it not biased? Is it too biased to this thing? So we are still trying to enhance on these things on the model term, because this is something very new in the industry, and we are working very dedicatedly to create something new. Yeah. That's all. I think I speak a lot. Thank you so much for attention. You can just scan this QR code to connect with me. My username on Twitter, LinkedIn, and every platform is same. It is Kafil001 Khan. If anyone have any question, super happy to answer it out. Yeah, Amir.
So actually, yeah, you talked about like automation testing regarding the model, right? But my question was like, how do you guys actually get real world feedback from users, or I mean, whoever is like looking at the data, right? Or whatever model is generating. In that case, how do you get like actual feedback and get to know whether a model is perfect for your use case or not?
Yeah, so Amir, like for every model that we are training, we have the output and we have the input as well. The data for testing is already like 70% data we are using for testing, but there is 30% data that we are trying to get as an output. We have that testing like capacity that we want to give this input and we want this kind of output, and we have created a whole like testing automation around that. The team has created. Suppose like I'm just giving you a few examples. Like suppose my automation is around the cheap flight rates in the month of October. So yeah, I will tell my model that I will give it many inputs that like I want cheap flight from Ayodhya to Delhi, I want cheap flight from Ayodhya to Ho Chi Minh, I want cheap flight from this, and according to the output we get the rating that yeah, this model is giving the accuracy of this percent, this model is giving the accuracy of this percent. So we have the input and output both ready.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Amir. Anyone have any question? Dosto, matlab, we can talk anything around that if you have anything.
Yes, I would like to ask you what are some few things that freshers can do when they're just getting started, like out of college, or maybe after 1 year of experience, if they want to kick into DevOps side, like want to switch from SD roles to DevOps.
Okay. I have been getting a lot of questions around that. Yeah. So getting into DevOps is a little tricky as a fresher in this world because it requires little maybe little tricky, maybe little easy, but yeah, because it requires little different skill set what a devs have. But yeah, platform engineering is something that where you need a hardcore development. But being a DevOps engineer, it is around dev plus operation. Your role is to build a gap between a developer and the operation person. Because पहले क्या होता था कि फट गया ऑपरेशन बंदा कहता था कि भैया मुझे नहीं पता, मेरे तरफ से कुछ चेंज है, डेवलपर यूजर से कि मैंने कुछ चेंज नहीं किया. So you have to build that gap. Yeah, so you need some understanding. You need to get the skill of like computer networking. Networking is very important. You need to have the understanding of Ubuntu system. But along with that, you should have that coding skill. If you don't have the coding skill, you will lack. And again, coming to the point, you must have the skill of cloud. Any cloud thing you can take it, like AWS, you can GCP, but be ready for the new challenges every day, because you are going to see something new, something different every day. Me being experienced of 7-8 years, I'm seeing every day a new problem which I haven't experienced before. So something similar you will see. Be ready for that. But yeah, you will love it. But start with Linux. Try to automate few things. Try to automate your local projects from GitHub to Jenkins. Try to learn Docker. Try to learn cloud, basic of cloud, and try to do coding. And with coding, automate everything. That I'm not. Whenever I push a code, I can create a Docker. When I push a code, I can get a Docker image. Whenever I push a code, I can get. I can train my code. I can check my like quality of the code with Sonaki, everything. With automation, with that skill, you can get into this job easily. Yeah, anyone have any other question? Okay, I think that's it. I hope I didn't get bored of you, I didn't bore you too much, but yeah, this has been super amazing. Thank you so much, Sharvi, for having me, and I hope to see you again, all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. If you have any question, do connect with me and I would love to answer. Thank you.